Now we're talking to Mr. Fred Simmons. Mr. Simmons, why don't you tell us about your memories of the Lawndale Railroad and Metcalf Station? I understand you know a lot about Mr. Metcalf too.
Good deal. Yeah. Well, one of my first memories of the railroad was my mother had been going to Piedmont High School. And somewhere along the line, at that time we were building it, evidently had a picture of an engine that was on the railroad that had a vertical board on it and had gears running down the whole wheel. Now, I don't know if that was one that Mr. Metcalf had building the road, because I never saw one myself, but I did have a picture of one of the original engines. I think that was in my mother's scrapbook or so forth.
Okay.
The only other thing that I remember about pertaining to this, other than from Metcalf to Shelby, was that my daddy had a sawmill and steam engine that he powered a sawmill with. And on 2 or 3 occasions, he went over to Lawndale when they'd be working on the engines, taking the tubes out and putting new tubes in, swaging them, and he went over and helped a man, I believe his name was Cos Wright, over there to change the tubes and so forth and forward on the engines. The Metcalf station itself, and that's probably what I'm more familiar with there and down through Shelby, was my grandfather and later on my uncle lived in a house right just north of the Metcalf station going up there. And we were going to call Lawndale. Mr. Metcalf had a switch in a little station there that could turn over all the phones up toward Folkville, either to Lawndale or Shelby. And when I was going up again today, we were going to call some girl over at Lawndale. We'd go down to Metcalf. Mr. Metcalf would switch over so we'd talk to Lawndale. But had a lot of memories of him himself. He was a peculiar type of person. For some reason he got mad with the Duke Power Company when he put the line through there. And for years he burned kerosene stove and lights, everything down at the little station and his house. Because he just wouldn't have anything to do with Duke Power. I think before he died he finally put some lights in his house and so forth. The 2 things on the railroad that from Metcalf's on down, right now they show it a little bit different, I think, the way it was, because the road used to be back of the gym, to the Lawndale side, and the railroad ran just on that, just to the right of it. So it crossed the railroad, across the highway, new highway going into Shelby, 226, and just below the station there's a little patch of woods, and there's a little cut in there where the railroad used to run through there back across the new road and run on down by a schoolhouse and stayed on that side pretty much all the way down. At Dover Mill, they ran an extra line in the railroad track there so we'd go over to O.E. Ford's place and pick up cars and transit freight at the railroad over there, and they built up a little wooden platform because these cars were a little over so they could unload from one to the other. Dover Mill itself, when they went right under the railroad, it goes right under the bridge, it goes up to Dover Mill. They built a little trestle under there. The coal cars could come in and unload, and the railroad could pick them up and all from underneath and haul the Lawndale and so forth. A little later on, when they began to use trucks, most all the coal that was ordered for schools, Piedmont and Caysa and Falls and other places, would come on and they would unload the coal at Dover Mill, and they would pick up the coal in trucks. At that time they started using trucks on Lawndale Railroad, and would haul it directly to the schools so they didn't have to pay anybody to deliver the coal. It went directly to schools itself. Again, getting back to Mr. Metcalf, he was, when my grandfather died, Hamp Simmons, he started calling my father Fred, Mr. Fred. Of course, he was a good deal older than Dad, and he told me, "Don't call me Mr." "Oh, yes, yes." I always called the oldest man in the family Mr. And he continued, I guess, as long as he lived, to refer to my dad as Mr. Fred. He also had a little, the station there had the little glass jugs that kept oil in. And I guess he trusted people to deal and didn't put it inside at night. Some people had been stealing oil, put it in automobiles. So he took a couple of bottles out there and filled them full of molasses. And somebody came down and put molasses in the car, and it didn't run very well. It was all. He had a good way of finding out, and was able to know him. He was a real nice person.
There was a story too, I think, that you tell about a mad dog.
Oh, yeah. Back when I was growing up, there was a good deal of mad dogs around, and they'd call people up and warn them there's one so-and-so. And there's one down there with Metcalf one time. He walked out the road, the dog was coming, had a little pistol. He weighed got about 10, 15 feet away from him, coming up toward him. Took that pistol, shot the dog right.
What do you remember? I'm sorry. What do you remember about the inside of Metcalf Station?
Well, he had a few little cookies, things like most stations do, but particularly was the main thing was that telephone line that was switched. When the line came into the main part of the switch, flowed around Shelby, flowed around Lawndale. And he did an awful lot of switching for people that wanted to call one place or other that didn't have a direct connection to get to Lawndale.
I'll get you checked.
This is about the only thing I know, except that the train did move around a good deal from one side to the other. And I recall there was 5 crossings in Metcalf, and I've been trying for the last few years to find out just exactly how it got around that section down the one behind those houses. Down the section going down to join the other one. And it looks like there's an awful lot of grades there that I never have been able to find out just exactly where it ran. We went right by Josie Blanton's house, came across right in front of Madge Harris's house, and crossed the road right in that area. Some of that road's been changed now. Went around behind Mr. Crawford's place down there. And when we get to Metcalf, going on over to Lawndale, I don't know too much about those locations. I went to Ladley Burns over one time, and he was pointing out 2 or 3 places. One place over there that somebody either did not let them fill up on the cuts or something, that you could point out and see right where it went.
I guess seeing Metcalf Station brought back to life brings back a lot of memories for you. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I was glad to see it, and they had sold off a new board down in South Carolina, bought their old gasoline tank, and so forth. They got one of those back, and it was pretty much like it was. One of the real interesting things is he didn't have water well over there. But he put a little tank at the back of a short gutter on the north side, and when it rained, water run out of that gutter into this tank, and if it needed a little water for cars or something, they get out of the tank, let the rain function water get used over there. I don't know what they did about mosquitoes, but
Well, we thank you for your time and for sharing your memories with us.
well, you're welcome. I'm glad to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ed Edmund, yeah.
Wait till I get it going.
He asked me about Andy Devlin. I go from
We
there.
appreciate the decorations.
Mr. Simmons, I understand you got another story to share about Andy Dedman.
Yeah, Andy Devlin was accused of being a witch, and there's a lot of rumors about it. There was one person, Daddy told her several times, I don't remember his name right now, that he told who the man was losing milk from his milk house, from butter and so forth. And he watched, he never could see anything except a cat go in there. And somebody told him that was a witch, and had it disguised. The only way you could kill it was take a silver dollar, melt it down, make bullets and old muzzle loaders. Saw her going in one night and melted the bullets down, got it. And when the cat came out, he shot the cat and he jumped up in the air real loud and screamed just like a woman. And the next morning they came up to my grandmother's house, and Simmons' wife. Wanted to go down that this lady was shot. Some went down there and she had a big hole in her side. Died a day or so later. She asked the daughter to bring out the witch balls and so forth. She brought out all types of hair. He'd move a pin around and put a spell on them. Two of the things that followed that she had tried to buy somewhere right down the next road up here, right where my grandfather lived, tried to buy a cow down there and the mom wouldn't sell it. She said, well, cow will never give any more milk. And dried up and didn't give milk. Tried to buy some geese and wouldn't sell them to her. And said, well, the geese will all die. They're all dead. And there's several rumors. Now, the house that I thought she lived in was almost in front of the little station, Mr. Metcalf's. But Mr. Eskridge, Edward Eskridge, had lived in the house right behind the station, and I think he was a little land maybe to have the memorial there. Said it was on down in there, sort of back at the edge of Mr. Metcalf's land, down off the road, and it was in the summertime, a lot of briars and everything. He said, now this fall you come back here, and two of my wife's sisters was up here, one from Charleston and one from Charlotte. He said, I'll take you down there and show you, right? Everything gone now except an old cedar tree right where she lived. There's another dead man that lives right next to me, and said about a year ago somebody from California out here trying to find out something about Annie Deadman. But as far as I know, that's Annie Deadman's story.
Okay, thank you.